Hi, I'm Ron Gallo, CEO of the Community Foundation of Louisville. I love Give for Good Louisville because it is the most equitable, fair fundraising apparatus for our nonprofits that I can think of. And it seems to tap into the generosity of the people of Louisville. We have one of the most successful giving days in the country. The smallest of organizations that shouldn't be spending a lot of money on fundraisers and fancy materials for a very low price can come into this group of organizations, get training, learn how to promote themselves, and then, of course, on Giving Day, look at some pretty good numbers.
All right, welcome back. You just heard from the leader of the Community Foundation of Louisville, Ron Gallo, our president and CEO. And he talked about how Give for Good Louisville is an equitable fundraising platform. And that's really what the Community Foundation is really trying to lead into. How do we mobilize people, capital, resources, so we can create transformative change in our communities, really focusing on equity. And today, there are 3 more people on the screen with me, and one of them is another leader from the Community Foundation of Louisville, David Tackow. He is our current board chair. And I also have with us Jessica Holman, who you all have been seeing throughout the day, who is our Give for Good Louisville manager. She's making this whole day possible.
We all are.
And then we got me and Chris. We're up here. So we're just here to chat a little bit. And so I was just here chatting with David. And David has been on our board for 9 years. This is the 10th year of Give for Good Louisville. So David has been around since the very early days. So David, my question to you is, what do you think about this day now?
Well, once the flood receded and all the animals could leave the ark and we could do the Give for Good, no, it's gone really well. The previous CEO was a woman with a lot of energy and a lot of great ideas named Susan Berry, and she got this going. And she set it up really nicely before taking off to Boston, and we got Ron Gallo to come, and it's just progressed wonderfully since then. There was a lot of support during COVID, which was something we were concerned about, but the community really rallied in that. And so, as I'm sure you all probably said a few times, the 10th year, $10 million, we're going to hit it. And it's very, very exciting for the foundation to be able to support the nonprofits in the community this way.
And David, I've always said that I see this day as the foundation's biggest grant-making program. And I say that because everybody in our city gets to be a grant maker today.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're providing the platform for everybody to be able to do that. And so this day, it makes me really proud. So I thank you as the leader of our board right now and a board member for providing the space for our staff to be able to provide this platform.
Well, it's really exciting too, watching how the nonprofit community has taken to this over the years. And I'm sure some people, maybe lots of people, are getting plenty of emails and maybe not as excited about how many emails, but this is a function of the community really recognizing that this is a really effective platform for thousands of donors to be able to get access to an opportunity to contribute without having to fill out a lot of forms. The folks have made this incredibly easy to get on, click, it fills in names. You don't have to file a bunch of stuff. I made another donation last night when my wife said we'd left one out, and
thank you.
That took about 20 seconds. And so it's been really a great thing to see how over the years it's gotten simpler and simpler, and it's now, what, 500 nonprofits or something like that?
Over 550.
550, there you go.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been fascinating to see the evolution of the platform as well. You know, we've got Katie from Bonterra here with us today. So a little round of applause for the Bonterra team.
Yes,
for
absolutely.
making all this magic happen. You can see I can keep putting the website up there, and we've got ticker and balloons and things going off. And I remember years ago it was a lot more difficult, you know, to do one donation at a time. Now you can kind of go onto the website and just add into your basket. We kind of use that Amazon analogy sometimes, how easy it is to just add in more and more organizations, especially as Ramona is introducing them to us all day long.
Yeah.
You know?
I have a question for Ramona.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I'll throw it right back at you. So since this is not your first rodeo, right?
No, this is my seventh Gift for Good. And this is like the best part of my job, I think, is this day, because we get to meet so many different nonprofits, and we are providing, especially for me, for the smaller nonprofits, a way to share their story, their work with people that they would probably never engage with, that they would never network with. But this platform allows their story to be heard, and some people who do have discretionary dollars can actually support some of those smaller organizations. It also, I've seen some larger nonprofits in their Giving Day work actually support or highlight smaller organizations. So if you've given to me, now think about giving to this smaller organization. And to me, that shows the depth and the of our nonprofit community, and how they are really trying to work collaboratively together.
I love seeing that too, when you see organizations that meet each other, even here at Louisville Slugger Field, or sometimes, we had a Zoom call last week where the nonprofits needed to switch their time slots, and in the chat in that Zoom call, she said, "Oh, I know who I'm going to be making my first donation to on Thursday." You know, It just warms your heart to see that spirit of collaboration come together every September like this.
Jessica, what's the deal? You can go on the website and pick a cause. How does that work?
Right. So if you go to, thank you for asking that. But if you go to giveforgoodlouisville.org, and on the main navigation you'll see menu, and so you go to the menu tab and you'll see causes, and you can scroll through.
Because there are a lot of neat causes. I mean, it's a nice way to learn about things that are working for things you care about, including agencies you've never heard of.
Exactly. It ranges from, it's a host of causes, from education, social justice, environment,
So go ahead,
youth.
pick a cause here, Jessica.
Say it again?
I'll click on one here.
Yeah, click on one.
Pick
and
one.
you can dive into
Click-
their story. You
Click
can
family
learn
violence,
how to
shelters,
invest.
and services.
Yeah.
So there you see how simple it is.
And some of these folks are very sophisticated. They have videos, they have levels of giving that help you
Learn about it before you contribute.
and you know where
Yeah.
your dollars are going to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Jessica, I have a question for you. I
Yes.
want to throw it back to you.
Okay.
This is your first year being our Gift for Good
How great
manager.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yes, and I know you have supported several organizations before you came here to actually run their own Gift for Good Louisville campaigns. So what does it feel like being on the side where you're actually providing the platform and the opportunity for nonprofits to tell their stories?
It's a whole nother level. In the inner workings, I never would have imagined. And so like you said, on the outside, you're just one organization and you're coming up with a strategy to educate your donor base and new folks about what that specific organization does. Where now I get to, along with the Community Foundation team, support 500 organizations, 550 organizations with doing multiple causes, get to talk to the ones participating on a regular basis to help them strategize and get their tactics in place.
That's really cool.
And it's like a full circle. And even before that, like we supported an organization that I work for. We supported Community Foundation. We didn't get to participate in it, but it was a support kind of effort. And seeing it from going from 4th Street Live to here, and just seeing that evolve into a wonderful moment. And like you said, I feel like it's easier to give, it's easier to participate, and it's fun. It's a fun day.
Jessica, I know we've got 4 of us mic'd up here, but we got someone watching here who says, Jessica has been my saving grace while trying to navigate my very first Give for Good Lou as the AD of Decode Project. A huge thank you to Jessica and the rest of the CFL
Oh,
team.
thank you so much. Yes.
Yay.
They take advantage of the office hours. So, yes, thank you.
Tell us about those office hours, because I know you've been doing them, and I think you might be starting them back up.
Not this week, but
So let us know.
But
Let
yes,
the people know
that
about
was
your
something I
office
believe
hours.
Christina started, and it was a great idea just because it helps me learn. Because at that time, like, I'm learning too, right? And so the office hours are every Wednesday. We had to make some adjustments, but they're 3 every Wednesday, 11:30, 2 and 2:30, and they'll start back up next Wednesday until mid-October.
And I'm sorry, these are office hours for...
It's kind of like,
is it
you
the
know...
Decode Project?
No, for any organization participating.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
Oh.
it started right around June when we launched registration.
Oh, I see.
And so it's basically just helping them navigate within the system, understand peer-to-peer fundraising, matches
Yeah.
and challenges, or just some of them are veterans, some are very new.
How to get ideas on sending
How to
me
get
all the
ideas,
emails. Oh,
and
that's
then
great.
also I encourage them to join up for the trainings. And because of our team, we're full of veterans, and they know the
Right.
tips and tricks and how to be successful. Just walking them through those processes too, so that way they can preempt some.
I think that
And
commitment to that sort of continuous learning and
Yes.
immersive style is what really sets the Community Foundation of Louisville apart in many ways. You know, there's giving days like this all across the country, but to have an opportunity to connect directly with organizations and really help them every way we possibly can. And you've seen that, you hear that just in, you know, you hear Mary Grissom, you hear Ramon, like all year round, these relationships are being built. And then it all sort of culminates on a day like today. And that's why I love seeing you every September. This is our 7th year working together, Ramona. And every year, every time I get to see you, you just feel that special energy, not just because of today, but because you understand that commitment that you and your team really make year round to establishing these relationships and providing these important resources to make a difference.
And you know, when we talk about the Community Foundation mobilizing people, networks, and resources, that's what this day is all about. But it's not just this day, as you said. It's leading up to the day, it's after the day. The day is over, but you're still scheduling office hours starting next week through October
Well,
to help people as they wrap up. How do I...
And show
How do
appreciation
you-
too, because Kentuckiana is showing out. We're watching the
Yes.
ticker move constant throughout our conversations, and you also need to encourage the folks who are giving to you and supporting your causes, because they believe in you. You should believe in them. This is a great way to thank your donors, your new donors, your reoccurring donors, and all around. Like, it's a full circle.
Yes. I am so proud of Louisville today.
Me too.
I feel very honored to be a part of this community. I'm very honored that I have
We're
a
actually
fund.
pretty honored with you. You're now senior vice president of the world.
I'm not senior. I'm vice president.
Let me call Ron. We'll see what we can do. I can type in whatever I want on the
these
screen.
promotions. And it's like
Well, short timer.
short timer.
So
yeah.
you're
I roll off in 2 weeks.
So what are you going to do?
I'm going to be grateful that Liz Fust is taking over as the next board chair. Liz is very talented and very committed to a lot of things that Community Foundation is doing. I've had fun being board chair for a couple of years. I took over for a woman who was Stephanie Smith, who was really great. And so there's just been a lot of nice people to work with. And the organization, of course, has added 10 or 12 people in the last 18 months because we're really trying to figure out how to serve the community better. And Jessica is leading the pack.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you so much. I
Jessica,
appreciate it.
it's been an absolute joy working with you, on this project this year. Thank you so much for letting me be part of it. It's been fantastic to see how this team has grown as well, and I think that's a big credit, not just to Ron and everyone on the leadership team, but Valerie and Christina, who's watching quietly in the back. We'll get her on here in a second.
She
but
is quiet. Remarkable.
She's coming. She's getting
unusual.
warmed up. Just
Yeah.
give her a couple minutes.
Oh, okay.
We got that greatest 2 minutes in giving coming up in a couple
It's
minutes.
happening.
So
Yeah.
And Jessica, I didn't get to play that sound for you this morning, but I'm going to play it for you right
Let's
now.
do
How
it.
about
Yeah,
that?
because I do have to run to HAS in a few
Oh, do you?
to talk
Cool.
about it.
Doesn't that just kind of get you going a little bit?
Really?
We got less than an hour to go until that greatest 2 minutes in giving.
Yes.
We know that we got to let Jessica go here in a minute. We want to say thank you so much to
Thank
you
you
as
so
well,
much.
David,
Thank
for
all of you.
being part of this
great.
special conversation. Just kind of an ad hoc. We'll throw it
Okay.
together. Ramona, you've been absolutely wonderful today. Thank you for hosting.
Yes,
Well,
Ramona. Thank you
It
so
has
much.
been great being here.
And-
It's my honor.
I
Thank
think
you.
most importantly, what we can do here, Ramona, is say thank you to the, let's take a look, 13,000 plus donors that have come in so far today.
Right.
Thank
Over
you.
just about $5.6 million coming up on. And so we're going to get ready. We're going to bring Christina Miller on here for our 4:30 broadcast. So stay tuned. Thank you guys so much for being here, for being a part of
Thank
this
you.
talk. And we will be back in about 12 minutes. Stay tuned.
All right.
Mike's down. Mike's down.
Mics are coming down.